Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I am back again with another story time talking about my crazy ex. This story is going to be very long, so I decided that I'm going to split it up into 3 parts, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. They will definitely be out later on this week. It all started when I was at the fair. If you live in Florida, you know about the South Florida Fair. At this point, it is 12 o'clock, the fair is closing, and everyone's leaving. As I'm leaving, I hear somebody like kind of off into the distance like, excuse me, and I'm like, are they talking to me? I don't think they're talking to me, so I kept walking. Then I hear them keep saying it, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna turn around. I was like, yes. And then he's like, I saw you from like a mile away. You're so beautiful. This, that, and the third. I'm like 17 at this point, so anything sounds good to me. So I was like, oh, he's so sweet. Basically, like, we talked for like a whole minute, and then it ended with, can I get your number? So I was like, okay. So I gave him my number, and then I went home. Next morning, he texted me, and like, we just started talking. The vibe was there, everything was cool, and we was really getting to know each other. We had been talking for like, I want to say like a month. We've been talking for like a month, and we hadn't seen each other. I finally brought up the question, and I was like, yo, when are we gonna see each other? And he was like, honestly, I'm in college, I don't have a car, and I play football, so I don't really have too much time to come see you. And I was like, I don't have a car, I'm in high school, and my parents are not gonna let me get the car. So we both had like a situation where we just couldn't see each other. He had said that he was getting a car soon. So I was like, okay, cool, when you get the car, we can just see each other. No biggie. I wanna say not even like 2 weeks passed, and then he's like, hey, I got the car, like, where should I meet you at? So I'm all excited. I'm like, oh, we can meet by my neighborhood pool. So we met up by my neighborhood pool. Like I said, the vibe was there. We was just chilling and talking. So after that, he left, and then we didn't see each other until the following week. This time, before he leaves, we kiss. So here I am like, okay, we've been talking for a long time. We pretty much know each other really well. And we kiss. What are we? I ended up asking him, yo, what are we? And then he was like, oh, I thought we was together since we kissed. And I was like, I never heard of that one, but okay. So that was that. We was together. It was really good at first. Like, we had been together for like a whole year. We had been together for a whole year, and no problems, barely any fights. Like, we just got along really well. Here comes like a year and a half passes, and then we just had like this really, really bad fight. I don't even remember exactly what the fight was about because it was so long ago, but we ended up having a really big fight. So he just like got up and he went to his friend's house in Fort Lauderdale, which is like 40 minutes away from me. And I had already met this friend, so I was like, okay, maybe they're just like, he's just upset, so he went to his homeboy's house. And that's 17-year-old Sherane for you. Gullible. So the next morning he comes back and he is high. Like, he had stopped smoking for a long period of time, and he had started going to church with me and everything. And I was like, I thought you stopped smoking, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm upset. And he was like, oh, I just did it for this one time. I was like, okay, make sure you don't do it again. A day later, he calls me, and I'm like excited to talk to him. I'm like, we're like back to how we were. And he tells me that he cheated on me twice. Once in the past that he didn't mention, and the time that he went to Fort Lauderdale with his friend. So at this point, I'm heartbroken because I truly love this boy, and the fact that he would even do that just tore me to pieces. But I didn't want to leave him behind that either. I'm like, no, we're gonna work on it, we're gonna get back to how we were, like, everything's good, like, it's okay, I forgive you for it. For a while there, we were really trying to work on the relationship, but then everything just started going downhill. Like, one day out of nowhere, this wasn't even a time we were on bad terms or anything. I don't know if he came over to my house or if I was over at his house. I don't remember. But he just came out with this assumption that I was cheating on him. And I was like, no. I'm in love. I'm not a cheater. I don't do that. And then he's like, oh, I know you're cheating on me. I was like, okay, well, here's my phone. And then he was like, oh, nah, I don't got to go through your phone to find out that you're cheating on me. And I was like, so where'd you find it out from? He's like, I just know. I was like, to make yourself feel comfortable, here's my phone. Take my phone. Go through it. And then he was like, no, I'm not going through your phone. How else are you supposed to find out? First of all, I just started college. I'm full-time at this point. I work part-time. And any free time that I did have, I was with this boy. So where would I find the time to cheat? I'll wait. Never worry. He's like, oh, I have sources and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, your sources are wrong because I've never cheated on you. And then ever since that one time that he accused me, he never stopped accusing me of cheating. Like, it was just every day he was just like, you're cheating on me. You're cheating on me. You're cheating on me. And it just got a lot for me. Like, I was just like so sad and depressed, and I just looked so bad in the face, and I had gained a lot of weight, and it just became too much for me. So I was like, you know what? I love this boy. I don't want to end the relationship, but just for my mental peace, I gotta leave him. So I call him up one day and I'm like, I can't do this relationship anymore. It is just too much on me. You think I'm cheating and I'm not. I have to let you free so you could be somebody else's blessing, honey. And then he was like,
oh, you can't leave me.
Hold on. I can leave you, and I am doing so. Relax. It is not the end of the world. You can find another girl, but you will never find another Shireen. And then after that, I ended up blocking him. But after I blocked him, he starts calling and texting me off of different numbers. But every time he would, I would hit that block button. New number pops up, block. New text message from a number I don't know, block. Like, I had such a long list of blocked numbers, it was ridiculous. So basically, he's still texting me off of random numbers, and then he just sends this paragraph and he's like, I'm sorry for the way I've been acting. I realize that I'm wrong. You're very loyal to me. You never do me wrong. And I want us to meet up and talk about this. At this point, I do miss him. So I was like, you know what? I agreed to it. But I still didn't trust it. So I went to Walmart and I bought like a little X-Acto knife. Like, it's like a little carving knife. And I was like, if he tries anything, I'ma slash him. I got to his house and I just sit on the bed and I'm watching TV. And like, he's like standing kind of close by me, but not exactly. And he's like looking at me. And I'm just like, okay, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna hurt me or what? And then all of a sudden he just turns off the TV. I look over at him and at this point, I am so mad. I'm like, if you even pronounce a word wrong, I'm going to fight you. He opens his mouth and I was like, I hope you don't pronounce a word wrong because I'm ready for it. And he was like, and I quote, so you're not gonna admit that you cheated on me? Boy! As soon as he said that, I was done. I was like, nobody's cheating on you. I don't know where you got this from. It needs to stop, and you need help. You're a psychopath. So we start going back and forth, and I stand up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm about to leave. And he's like, where you going? Where you going? I had to work that day. I'm leaving. He's like, oh, but I'm not done talking to you. So I was like, what else do you have to say? And then he was like, oh, like, if you can just admit to it, we can move past this. I was like, admit to what? He was like, that you cheated. So I start to flip. If any of you in college, you know what I'm talking about. But there's something that colleges give us called a loose leaf book. And basically what it is, it's a book that has all the pages, but they're like free pages, and you can just like hand them out, give them to people or whatever. And it's really meant to go in a binder, but he didn't have it in a binder, and I saw it. So I started flying the papers everywhere, out of order. Not only did I throw the papers, but I threw lotion on it, I threw water on it, I tore up some pages. I said, good luck this semester, and walked out that bitch. When I got in the car, I blocked his number that he was texting me off of. I went to work, and I felt good that day. I really did. I'm gonna go ahead and end part 1 right here. Make sure you stay tuned for parts 2 and 3 later on this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.